When you think of your hometown, which color do you imagine first? Here you are watching a poetic scenery. Can you guess where this place is? A plastered white wall is a good clue. What about now? Yes, it is somewhere in Greece. The white plastered wall with the blue accent is so well known. We have no doubt that the blue comes from the Mediterranean Sea. As shown in the photograph, the blue of the dome roof resembled so much the color of the sea. I once had a chance to visit Havana in Cuba. Interestingly, I found the vivid cyan everywhere. For sure, the Cuban love for cyan came from the Cuban natural environment. But indeed, the cyan was very easily found almost in every artifact, including architecture, automobiles, and street furniture, and even in fashion. The cyan might be too strong in Korean environment except for a swimming pool. But in Cuba, particularly in Havana, it is so perfectly adapted to the context. The color, as such, can be the identity of a place. The white and blue for Greece, or the cyan for Cuba, is the identity that you recognize the place from. And we call such colors as endemic colors. Dominantly, the endemic colors are referring to the natural environment of a place. However, the endemic colors are also strongly and directly influenced by the cultural characteristics of the place. Any artifacts and social trends can be also incorporated in the endemic colors. Jean-Pierre Lanclos is a pioneer of endemic color studies. He himself and his wife has traveled around the world for several decades. They have collected color samples at every region and documented the results. In one of his books entitled Colors of the World, he presents 42 soil samples collected from around the world. Depending on the amount of the oxidized iron contained in the soil, some look yellowish, reddish, or brownish, and some are brighter, but some are very dark. The local landscape is highly dominated by the color of the soil, so sampling local color begins with the observation of the soil color. If you look into the process of color sampling, several techniques are used. Typically, the colors are measured on site. Because it is important to watch the color under the local illuminant, the color matching method is used. The observer finds the most similar color from a color sample book. In 2008, the city Seoul in South Korea officially proposed the Seoul colors. When the project was begun, on-site visual examinations were carried out. In addition, the color sampling adopted colorimetric measurement facilitated by the spectrophotometer. Initially, 250 color samples were collected, and then it was narrowed down to 50 color samples. Each of the 50 color samples represents a typical feature of Seoul City. Some show natural environment, such as Han River and ginkgo leaves. Some show temples and modern architecture. Last but not the least, the others show lifestyle, including clothes and food. In such a way, the procedure of color sampling concerned three aspects: natural, artificial, and social environment of the soul. All three aspects were relevant to profile the identity of the city. Among the 50 color samples, finally, 10 Seoul colors were proposed. As you see here, the 10 colors came from natural, artificial, and social environment of city Seoul. The city developed a color guideline to regulate the color usage for environmental design. For example, since 2008, the taxis in Seoul have been in Seoul orange. The color is originated from the fence of a Korean old temple made of red clay. Or the Seoul dark gray has been widely applied as the body color of almost every kind of street furniture in the city. The color resembles the roof tile of the old temples in Seoul. This result clearly demonstrates how important for a city to have the color strategy. The successful color strategy begins with the finding endemic colors of the place. Secondly, you need to compose a color palette with a manageable number of color samples. Lastly, you need a guideline to practice the colors in a proper way. Do you have any color in your mind to identify your place now?